What's up, guys? God bless you. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to the bonus episode. This is a little bonus episode, a little click, just a little talk. I don't know what we're gonna call this yet. Let's have a talk with me, bonus clip, whatever. But this is just a little quick one. I want to talk to you guys just about something that I had in my heart that I've been saving for a while. So we had this opportunity to do this little bonus because I know we're trying to release weekly now. We're doing our best, but I wanted to drop this off. This will probably be like on a Saturday or something like that. But real quick, so there's this really interesting topic I want to talk to you guys about, and I was talking to a friend of mine. Shout out to Jen. She's gonna love that I gave her this shout out. But shout out to Jennifer, one of my closest friends since college. So I was having a conversation with her, and she's starting her walk with Christ, and once again, trying to really get on her feet again with her love for Christ. And we're having a conversation, and I noticed that a lot of people go through this, right? It's less, and okay, so here's how I'll put it. It's less about how good you can be at not breaking the rules and more about how much you love Jesus, right? So a lot of times we get so caught up in, I need to be good at not breaking the rules. How good can I be at following the rules, at being perfect? And then we get frustrated, we get caught in this cycle because we're breaking the rules and we're messing up, and then we get upset when that's not the gospel. The gospel of Jesus Christ isn't be good at following these rules, don't break them. That's not the gospel. So then the gospel becomes a burden when you look at it that way, right? And so we completely remove the love of Jesus Christ and his sacrifice. So it's never been about how good you can be and not breaking the rules, but it's how much you can fall in love with him. As a preacher, as a mentor, just a follower of Christ, right? When people talk to me about, I'm struggling, how do I do this? It's very rare that you'll ever see me preaching about ministry from the altar because it's just not my style. I'd rather teach you how to fall in love with Jesus, right? I'd rather teach you how to love him. When you love him, it more becomes about, I'm going to serve him. I'm going to not do this because I love him. I'm going to not do this because I'm scared. If I mess up, he'll hate me. It doesn't work that way, right? Because there's been times where I've made a mistake and I think oh my God, God hates me now. I'm such a bad Christian. I'm such a failure. God has scooted me off to the side. When it's never really about that. It's more about falling in love with him. And I've noticed and I've learned that the more that I love him over the years, the less there's no room for the flesh. The more you love him, there's no room for those other things. And a lot of times we leave too much space for those other things because we haven't fallen in love with Jesus. And sometimes that's a prayer you have to do. Man, I've had to pray and be you have to be honest sometimes. I've had to pray and say, God, I don't love you the way I should. And I know that. I know I don't. I remember when I was in college, I'd be like, I don't love you. And it broke my heart. I would cry. I'm like, I don't love you. I say I do, but I don't really love you. Help me to love you. To really love you, because I love other things. I don't love you. I love my flesh. I don't love you. I love my friends. I love fitting in with the crowd. I don't love you. I love popularity. I don't love you. I love girls. I knew that I didn't love him. And so that would be my prayer. So I encourage you, pray, tell God, help me to love you. Because the more you love him, the more focused you become on him. Have you ever had a crush on somebody and all you care about is them, and you want to do things to please them? I hate to admit this, simp level 2000. But there's been people that I've been interested in or have fallen in love with that I've completely changed my entire life because of my feelings for them. There's been people that I fall in love with, right? And I change the way I dress. I change the music that I'm into. We change so many things, because we love somebody. We've fallen for someone. I've seen people that I'm you've never used to speak that way, but now you've fallen for somebody and you're talking that way. You never used to like this food, but now you fall in love with somebody and now you love this food. We make changes for what we love. We make time for what we love, So make your focus falling in love with Jesus. Make your focus to love him above all things. And then those other things will follow. You want to be able to resist sin? Fall in love with Jesus. You'll love him too much to sin. I mean, of course, we're going to have moments where we're humans, right? Where we fail, make mistakes. You want to be better at reading your word? Fall in love with Jesus. When you love Jesus, you're going to want to hear from him. What does he have to say to me? So you're going to be better at reading your word. You want to be better at praying? Fall in love with Jesus, because then you're going to want to talk to him. You're not going to want to be without him. So it's less about how good you can be at not breaking the rules and more about how much you love him. Fall in love with Jesus today.